Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khair for tuning in to another episode of Hussein TV. I'm your host and coach, Hussein Mohamud, working to help you build your dream life in this dunya and in the akhirah by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in today's episode, inshallah, what I'll be talking about is why in the world do we hate to work? And why are we so lazy and sluggish? It's something that I was thinking about and had a couple of insights to kind of share with you, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So inshallah, I just wanted to let you know there's this basic problem that we have, that we start to become, we hate to work, we start to become lazy, lethargic, and we start to become sluggish, and we don't pursue our passion, purpose, and dreams. So with that being said, I really thought about this a little bit. There are multiple ways of looking at it. There's multiple facets. Maybe if you are an individual who struggles with, hating the work that you do, who struggles with being lazy, lethargic, and sluggish, falling into a slump, ponder that for a moment. I'm pretty sure every human being at one point in life experiences that. And on the other good side of it, someone is extremely passionate, inspirational, motivational, and they really want to go after their passion, purpose, and dreams. And that is the model figure, right? But within the same token, in one way or another, in certain periods and stages in our lives, especially if you're watching a lot of binging on YouTube, then for sure you're experiencing some of that to a large degree, because I know whenever I'm not being as motivated as I possibly can, I tend to slack off and do a lot of things off the grid and just kind of waste a lot of time online. So if you are someone who's doing that at this particular moment and you're not on your game and you're not on your grind, I hope anybody who's watching this channel is. But if you're not, then you're still watching this channel. It means that you have this potential gap. You have this gap that you want to close in fulfilling your potential by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I really thought about it. I'm going to share with you 3 things, inshallah, and there's 5 more other things. Maybe I'll get into it now or later, inshallah, depending on how my passion and everything is flowing. But the first thing I realized is, it's about the passion. It's about, do you love and enjoy the work that you do? If you're feeling sluggish or anything like that, for sure you don't. You don't love what you do, or you haven't found the love in what you do. It always doesn't have to be something brand new. It could be finding a meaning, a purpose in what you're doing. And that's the second thing. You have to find your purpose. You have to know what you're after and why you're after it, and understand your general purpose in life, which is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you have to find your unique purpose in life, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you to do, particularly in worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And last but not least, you have to find the specific purpose. Why are you doing the specific things that you're doing? Like, for example, for me, the reason why I'm doing this particular episode about why we hate work and why we feel lazy and sluggish is because I felt like that a lot of the times. And I know individuals that are out there are feeling like that, especially when they're watching this video. So please press the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment on the link below what your thoughts are, inshallah. So that's kind of the whole picture of why, we feel sluggish. And the last and third piece is that we feel we haven't discovered, defined, and refined our dreams, our this vision that we have of the way we want our lives to be and things like that. So, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, keep that in mind. Find your passion, find your purpose, and definitely discover your dreams and start building that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Now, I'll share with you 5 more other things, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, that are very, very important, that has been an extremely important insight for me. And this part is very, very deep, and it's very, very extraordinary, at least to me. And I hope that you guys find it the same. I found out, initially I thought it was 4, but I found out there are 5 particular layers of an individual within a society. And And I'm still trying to figure out how to strategically systematize this. But the first one that I realize is our relationships. All the way from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger, all the way down to ourselves and our family and our ummah, our parents, our spouses, our children. Any form of relationship that you have impacts your life in a tremendous way. I guarantee you, any pain that you have in your life is because of a relationship, and any pleasure that you have in your life is because of a relationship. So keep that in mind. So your relationships are important. The next layer, we're going to start from the inside out, is the spirituality, your soul. That is important to understand. So if you're committing a lot of sin, you're doing a lot of disservice for your soul, and you're hindering your progress and passion and purpose and dreams. The other thing is, the third one is our psychology, the way that we think, our mindset is critical to how we view our work, how we view being lazy, lethargic, and sluggish. And the fourth one is it's all about the mindset, making sure your mindset is correct. And there's a lot of issues that we have these days with mental health, particularly in the Western world as well as the Eastern world. All of this is just contributing to the psychological aspect of building our mindsets, and that builds from our relationships, our spirituality, and it builds on our psychology. And then the fourth level is our physiology, our body, our physical nature, right? Our belongings, our abundance, whatever you want to call it. That is an important element to knowing if you will hate work or if you would love the work that you do. In one weird way, it all connects for some reason. Last but not least is the financial aspect of our lives. You know what I mean? How much money do we need? How much money do we want? Versus how much money do we have? And the difference between the two, whether it's a surplus or a negative. Breaking even or surplus or negative, whatever condition that you might be in. Having the scarcity mindset and this energy that we bring about ourselves, we're always in the negative for the most part. Overdrafts, emotionally empty, feeling drained mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, relationally. Your iman is low, your taqwa is low, whatever it may be. It is these elements that is causing us to hate the work that we do and to feel lazy, lethargic, and sluggish. So I hope I stirred something in your soul, your spirit, to move and change what you're doing. I really thought about it. It's like the reason why we hate the work that we do, and we feel, lazy, lethargic, and sluggish, is because it's like that whole concept of the educational system that we're in right now, where it's like when they have a standardized test, and they basically take a fish, a monkey, all these, and I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That picture where they show all these different creatures that have different talents and knowledge, and they're judging that, and the standardized test is how well they can climb a tree. So for most of us, we're in a situation where it doesn't really bring the best out of us. It maybe even brings the worst out of us. So, I really was reflecting on why is it that the people that are passionate, have purpose and dreams that they're chasing every single day to build their dream life in this dunya and the akhirah. Why are they the individuals who, force themselves to go to sleep at night and cannot wait to wake up in the morning? Whereas the other individuals who hate the work that they do and who are lethargic and everything else, force them, fall asleep because of their laziness and lethargicism. I'll just make up some word, guys. Forget it. I'm tired of being politically correct and whatever else you want to call it, lethargicism. What was I saying? So basically, the reason why we're doing all of these things is because, so the lazy people fall asleep and hate to wake up, and the passionate, purposeful, and dreamful individuals, force themselves to go to sleep and can't wait to wake up because they love the work that they're doing, the impact that they're creating, being a creator for the creator, and having the level of influence, right? Our business is transferring over into influencer marketing, where an influencer will shout out a particular product, brand, or service, and everybody just kind of rushes to that because they believe in what the person is saying and they love the person and everything else. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you really have to find your passion, purpose, and dream work and start doing that, whatever it may be. I know some of you guys already know what that is. Some of you guys haven't discovered it yet. Some of you guys haven't defined it yet. Some of you guys haven't refined it yet. So that is my solution to all these problems that we're having with people hating the work that they do and people loving the work that they do. And the reason why I started to think about this is because I started to see myself, majority of the time I hate the work that I do. And then I realized there are certain work that I love, but everybody is pushing me away from that, which is the blogging, the vlogging, the training, the coaching, the speaking, the writing, everything else that you can imagine. And then I remember certain family members complaining and hating work and feeling lazy, lethargic. And I felt like that at times. And then I'm like, what you're doing, going after building your dream life in this dunya and in the akhirah is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But then I thought about it as I was thinking about this topic for today. I was like, you have to compare the two. I'm like, would I choose to live with the pain of regret, or will I choose to live with the pain of discipline, of putting in the hard work, putting in the grind, doing whatever I need to do to make sure that I'm successful successful in building my dream life in this dunya and the akhirah that I'm hoping to do for myself, as I hope to inspire and motivate you guys to do. And I compared the two. I'm like, I could be complaining and lamenting and being lazy and lethargic for the rest of my life, or I could put in the work and the grind for a few hours of few years of my life to live the rest of my life to make the best of my life, to make the rest of my life the best of my life. So I hope that you understand what the hell I'm talking about. So that's kind of my passionate rant. You know what I mean? I want to share my insights with you. I want to share that hopefully that you can share your insights with me as well. Leave it on the comment below. If you've liked this video, please press the like button. Stop hating the work that you do. Start loving the work that you do. And if you can't love the work that you do, find other work that you love. You know what I mean? Whether that's recording video, editing video, speaking, training, coaching, cooking, cleaning, whatever whatever it may be, go after and go get it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So if you like this video, please press the like button and leave a comment on the link below, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more amazing content to help you build your dream life, not only in this life but also in the hereafter, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And don't forget to share it with those who hate their work, who are lazy and lethargic, that could use a little bit of motivation to get up and grind and go get it, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And that is my 2 cents on Hussein TV, with your host and coach Hussein Mohamud, letting you know and inspiring and motivating you to never give up on building your dream life in this dunya and in the akhirah, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.